First off, I just want to become as close as we can as a team and continue to improve the culture that the guys before us have instilled. Obviously, we want to win a national championship, but I think that's kind of the cop-out answer. I think that our team is really, really special, and we have a lot of unique players. And getting the best out of all of them and helping them grow as just people in general is one of my goals.
So we're stepping into a season where we're a bit of a younger team, but we're still very experienced. We bring back a lot of starters. So I think for my role specifically, I want to accomplish being a leader on the field. We had a great senior class before me that made it easy to step on the field and play as a team. I think a big challenge for me this year is to continue that presence. So I really want to keep the leadership going on this team.
For us, every year the standard is a national championship. That's our goal, but that's big picture, kind of just every day, practice every single game, just take it a day at a time, improve, get better, and just kind of build the team atmosphere.
October Soccer under the lights to begin the month of October in 2019. Coming to you from Stagg Field here at the University of Chicago. Maroons men's soccer is on the air as your 6th-ranked Maroons with a record of 3 wins, 1 loss, and a surprising 4 ties on the season. Welcoming in the Blue Jays from Elmhurst College. Good Tuesday evening to wherever you may be tuning in here on the Maroons Broadcast Network. I'm Ryan Fahey with you here on the broadcast from Stewart Field here in the Hyde Park area of the Chicago, Illinois. It's been a while for the Maroons to be here on their home turf. The originally scheduled matchup against Kalamazoo back on the 27th got postponed due to the weather that affected the area, so you have to actually go back to when Rowan came to town back on September 13th. So it's been quite a while, as mentioned, for the Maroons, as they had been on a 3-game road trip since then. And their last home matchup in which you saw the Maroons team, it was one of their 4 ties that they've had on the season. It was a 1-1 tie back on September 13th. And as the warm-up clock has hit triple zeros, and we'll get everything set on the field here momentarily, and we'll get kickoff for you here under the lights at Stagg Field in just a moment, as conference play for the Maroons begins on Saturday. This is the last non-conference matchup here before conference play begins. They'll have another non-conference matchup on October 23rd when Carthage comes to town, but UAA play will begin officially on the 5th when Emory comes to town for a 1:30 kickoff on Saturday. But we're not worried about Saturday. We're worried about tonight and right now. Mentioned the Blue Jays 7-3-1 on the season. They are coming off of a big win when they took on top-ranked Wheaton College, and that was a 4-2 victory for them back on the 28th. And we'll get more into our matchup between the Blue Jays and the Maroons, but let's turn it over now to public address announcer Nate Lindquist.
Your home team, University of Chicago Maroons. At this time, let's meet the starters for both teams. First, for the visitors from Elmhurst, our senior goalkeeper, number 1, Donnie Kaveen. Our senior midfielder, number 3, Keegan Thompson. Our senior defender/midfielder, number 4, Luke Deal. Our freshman midfielder, number 5, Hayden Madsen. Our junior defender, number 6, Uriel Martinez. A freshman forward, number 7, James Serrano. A sophomore midfielder, number 9, Noah Backhouse. A senior midfielder, number 10, Oliver Sale. A freshman midfielder, number 14, Justin Cabrera. A junior defender/midfielder, number 15, Alex Lanes. A junior midfielder, number 18, Buddy Nelson. The head coach for Elmhurst is Dave DiTomaso. And now the starting lineup for your University of Chicago Maroons. A junior goalkeeper from Harrison Township, Michigan, number 1, Ron Katzenpalis. A junior defender from Bollisonwood, Pennsylvania, number 5, Isaiah Holquist. A junior midfielder/defender from Lincolnshire, Illinois, number 6, Ben Brandt. A sophomore midfielder from New York, number 9, Peyton Lane. A sophomore midfielder from Lisbon, Portugal, number 10, Vicente Matus. A sophomore midfielder from Northbrook, Illinois, number 12, Sahil Modi. A senior defender from McLean, Virginia, number 14, Nate Johnson. A freshman forward from Allen Park, Michigan, number 17, Cameron Bloy. A junior midfielder from West Orange, New Jersey, number 21, Bryce Millington. A freshman forward from Atlanta, Georgia, number 23, Michael Johnson. Junior defender from Jonesboro, Tennessee, number 30, Scott Lick. The head coach for the Maroons is Pat Flynn. Fans, at this time, will you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
So as both teams now meet at midfield, we are getting set for kickoff here at Stagg Field under the lights on this Tuesday, October 1st, 2019. The Blue Jays in their road Navy Blues with the white numbers, the big white numbers, as our public address announcer before he got on the mic pointed out. That looks really good from a broadcaster's eye of it. And for the Maroons of University of Chicago, then the home whites with the gray numbers and the maroon stripe on the front, white shorts, white socks. And their netminder in goal, the junior from Harrison Township, Michigan, the 6-foot junior Aaron Katsimpoulos is in the yellow jersey, black shorts. Or I should say, rather, he's in the blue. I got him mixed up with the official real quick there, as he was the first one in net. Katsimpoulos is actually in the similar Blue Jay colors with the blue jersey, shorts, and socks, kind of more of a powder blue with the white stripe alongside. And the netminder in Donnie Kaveen, the senior from Mundelein, Illinois, in the green jersey with the black shorts and black socks. Maroons going right to left for the first 45. Blue Jays left to right. Countdown from 45 minutes here. If we get to overtimes, and well, this team in the Maroons has been very familiar with overtimes. Sudden death, 2 possible 10-minute overtimes. Mention a 3-1-4 record for the Maroons. 7-3-1 for Elmhurst College, and off we go. Maroons coming off of a 2-1 loss to 7th-ranked Calvin back on the 25th, as that one put in towards the edge of the 18 for a moment on the first attack attempt for the Blue Jays. Bloy with the initial touch there for the Maroons. Mentioned that loss being 2-1 for the Maroons. Bryce Millington, the lone goal in that loss. It was also his only shot on goal. Team had 10 total shots in that loss, and only 2 of those went on goal. Isaiah Holquist with that assist for the Millington goal. As now the play at midfield, Maroons look to attack now in the Elmhurst half. Bloy giving it back towards the middle, looking to sneak up ahead on the left side of the 18. As with that one was Lane trying to cross in, can't. As this one, a little sneak action left side. Staying with it is Bloy, trying to find some room and centering it. Nowhere initially, and not sure if that was a shot attempt initially or not, but that's way out of play. And it goes out for a Blue Jays throw-in. No score here as we just got underway. Blue Jays coming off of a 4-2 win against top-ranked Wheaton. A big win for the Blue Jays, now have won 3 in a row. 3-2-1 on the road this season are the Blue Jays. as that one's out for a Maroons throw-in. Clarifying the ranking for Wheaton, they're in the top 20s, but still a ranked team nevertheless in that 4-2 win for Elmhurst. As Bloy here, we're going to cut more towards the middle, looking to wind up a curving shot, but that one goes just wide. As Bloy put a nice foot on that one, as that will go out for a goal kick. Bloy, the freshman from Allen Park, Michigan, has a goal and an assist on the year. His 26th overall shot on the season, 3 points as well. Coming into this as well, 9 shots on goal. And also has a GWG, a game-winning goal to his credit. As play stays in the Elmhurst half here for now as Blue Jays push it on down. And a clear out far side by the Maroons and Holquist.
Good work, buddy. Keep it up.
It's the first of a 2-game road trip for the Blue Jays as they go up to Carthage in Kenosha, Wisconsin on Saturday before returning home after a week off, when they'll be taking on Milliken on the 12th. Maroons look to get out of their own end on the far side, and they're going to do so. As a good play to set this up and an opportunity here. Left side, it's Bloy. Cuts towards the middle. Shot in and a save made by Kaveen. That one looking top shelf was Bloy. And we'll have our first corner kick of the night, and it belongs to the home Maroons. Get one more look at that. And you see Bloy settle down and just go to his right foot and look to go top shelf. Kaveen there with the hands to push that one out. As Ben Brandt is going to be the one taking the corner, and this one's still alive, and it will go in for a Maroons goal. Bryce Millington, his 3rd of the season, and the Maroons strike first.
Goal by Chicago 21, Bryce Millington, assisted by 6, Ben Brandt.
A lovely ball from Brandt off the corner. We'll see how many deflections this took before it get to Bryce, and actually I don't think it did. I think it went through about 3 players as Millington just had the one hopper right to him and was able to just head it towards his left side and bury it in the back of the net. So just 4 minutes in, really a nice start for the Maroons to get on the board first. As that'll be a foul on Elmhurst there. I think that point number 5 for Bryce as well here so far in 2019. Good cancel out there defensively by UChicago. As that one trying to skip around a couple of defenders there in white number 12, Sahil Modi. Modi, the sophomore from Northbrook, Illinois, product of Glenbrook North High School, up in the northwest side of the Chicagoland area. Maroons play it back in their own end here for a moment. Oddly above average temps here tonight. Feeling a lot like a humid summer night here in October. Not often would you say that around here, as this one goes right into the area for Kaveen to scoop up. Donnie Kaveen, the senior from Mundelein, Illinois, product of Mundelein High School up in the north suburbs. As that kick from Modi goes up ahead, finds Peyton Lane for a second. As the Blue Jays look to send it into the Maroons half. Millington tried to header it forward. A little give and go action to Bloy, but the Blue Jays on that one. Oliver Sale with that touch there to the right side. As the Blue Jays again play it forward. And this one will play back to the netminder and Cat Simpelis. Looking at the wind factor, not much to be said. Pretty calm here at Stagg Field so far tonight. As a foul there goes on the Maroons, and the reset here for the Blue Jays. It'll be taken by Oliver Sale, as we mentioned a moment ago. Up ahead for Hayden Madsen. right side, cross into the box, and a header there that's going to go wide. And I believe we may have actually had a foul in the box when that contact occurred, so Maroons will get it back. So foul on Elmhurst College. Kent Sipolis will boot this away. And instead of just booting, he'll do a little counter to the left side. In control now is Holquist up forward as that one skips through the foot there of Lane. Kaveen sends it down again. It's the 10th all-time meeting between the Blue Jays and the Maroons. Maroons have the all-time series lead at 7-2, and the matchup a year ago on the road at Elmhurst College for the Maroons was a 3-1 road victory. Matthew Coe, a big part in that victory, and boy, he was a big part of the Maroons program as well. To go along with that, as this one left side, chip centering pass is found to no one, and the Blue Jays will take control again. There's a ball there from Michael Johnson. Johnson, the first-year player from Atlanta, Georgia, to the same area in town as Daniel D'Souza, number 24, not starting tonight for the Maroons. As now Bryce Millington has it. He has our first goal of the night. If you're just joining us, that was assisted by Ben Brandt off a corner. Lane far end. And he got that one let out of play. Trying to perhaps look to draw a foul, but didn't. So the Blue Jays have the throw-in. Play forward there for the Blue Jays. Maroons take over at midfield. Holquist will leave it off right end and get it right back. Bloy looking to go to the far side, and that one out of the area there. It looked like he was intending that one to be for Johnson. Mentioned Johnson has a goal and an assist this year on 18 total shots coming into play tonight. And that one out towards the Elmhurst bench and literally hitting the bench. Throwing for the Maroons here. Up 1-0. And a cancel out there by the Blue Jays. Justin Cabrera, the first-year player from Alsip, Illinois, for the Blue Jays. Dave DiTomaso, the head coach. Pat Flynn, the Maroons head coach in his first season with the program, having quite the shoes to fill. Holquist with control. Taking a nice stroll in his own end, looking to bring this ahead. Finds Bryce Millington, and he'll get it right back over to Holquist. And looking to play this one up ahead, and a ball. Nice effort from Modi, as he wanted that one to go to Johnson. But the Blue Jays were able to sniff that one out. Play near side. It's Bryce again, looking to chip ahead for Bloy. Bloy has it initially, and then he'll lose it out on that battle there with Hayden Matson, as the Blue Jays try to send it out of their own half. Chasing from behind there was Modi. And that one is going to be played out of play for a Maroons throw-in. 34.5 to play here in our first half. 1-0 is our score, as you see. Bryce Millington with our first goal so far. It was assisted by Ben Brandt on the corner kick from the far corner. Maroons only having their third home match so far. It's the first of a two-game homestand, really, if you don't count the postponement of Kalamazoo from just a few days ago. As a nice move there from Johnson looking to tee it up. That's going to be deflected and out of play, and another Maroons corner. Great footwork there to try to set that one up as you'll get one more look at it. Ooh, putting on the brakes there is Johnson, making the man miss, that being James Serrano. As Branton is going to take this corner again. He was successful the first time as he found Bryce. How will it be on corner kick 2? Bryce again for the shot, but that one goes wide to the left and out of play for a goal kick. So Kaveen will boot this away. Numbers for Aaron Katsimpoulos, the Maroons netminder, has a 3-1-4 record, has started all 8 contests this season so far for the Maroons. A 0.89 goals allowed average. As this is played back in the Maroons' back end. Now it's Millington. Bloy. Centering it over as this one will go to the right side for Johnson again. Far end, it's Scott Lick who... A correction on the number, that was number 10, Vicente Matus. Maroons looking to try to get in towards the box as looking for a cross there, and the Blue Jays will get that one out, so they'll stand tall defensively as that's played up ahead for Keegan Thompson. Maroons will settle it back with possession. It's Ben Brandt with the touch. Bloy has that one centered for Matus. Pass in towards the box. This one will come near side. Lane for Bloy. Bloy teeing it up. Looking to curve it. Couldn't. That went straight as an arrow. And that goes out for a goal kick. Bloy so far with most opportunities to shoot on net tonight so far. That's how he leads the team in that department coming into today with 25. Second on the team in shots on goal coming into action as well with 9. And a whistle, and looks like we'll have a foul on the Maroons. Looks like they got that one on Modi. So the Blue Jays will have it here on the reset outside the midfield circle. It'll be Noah Backhouse to take this, the sophomore from Zionsville, Indiana. As that one will go up ahead, and I don't believe anybody touched it, so that will go out for a Maroons goal kick. Mentioned Katsimpoulos' numbers a few moments ago. Also is coming into today 33 saves for an .805 save percentage. Millington now on the left side. As this will be Holquist centering it back. As he left that one off for Nate Johnson. Ball into the Elmhurst half for a moment. Maroons getting possession right back though. They look for Bloy left side. They do. Bloy finding a hole towards the middle, looking to exploit it. Give and go action as they were looking for Modi, but he was unable to chase it. But it will stay out for a Maroons throw-in. Milton will get it right back. Finds Modi. Turning around. Shot. Hits off the field goal crossbar, not the soccer one. So that'll go off for a goal kick. Get one more look at the Modi shot. Or actually, that's actually not a bad highlight either way. The Johnson ankle breaker. That is definitely going to be on a highlight reel for Michael Johnson when it comes to footwork. As that did lead to a nice shot opportunity, that play you just saw a moment ago from that nice little crossover from Johnson. More of a basketball term, breaking a man's ankles, but applied there in that instance for Johnson. Brand with control, play it back to his counterparts on defense as Holquist will go to the far side with it. And he'll get it right back. Brandt got the assist off the corner kick, off the header from Millington to put us at a 1-0 lead for the Maroons. As playing out of the far end is going to go out of play and not touched by the Blue Jays, so it'll go for a goal kick for Elmhurst.
Let's go, Blue!
For them statistically, it's been a three-headed monster for offensive production between Keegan Thompson, Noah Backhouse, and James Serrano. They have 11 of the team's 23 goals this season. There's now an opportunity for Elmhurst as they look forward there to Serrano, who we just mentioned a moment ago, but that one does not get to him. And that one, trying to make the interception there with his feet was Matson, but that goes out of play. So for a Maroons throw, and Millington will get it quickly back in. Takeaway there, that's Serrano on the far left side.
Nice work, James!
Serrano with a good footwork there, looking to find another open teammate. As that cross attempt blocked out by Holquist. Hayden Manson trying to center that one in. So the Blue Jays have the throw in here as we approach 26 minutes to play in the first half. And a high boot there that Cat Simplis will make the breadbasket catch. Millington now in control. Plays far end as it gets into the Elmhurst half. Johnson. This one played over now as it's Matu's right side, shipping it as he looked to center it to Lane, but the Blue Jays were able to counter it. And running forward as Modi tried to trail defensively from behind. That was Thompson that fell to the turf. Out of the 154 total shots for Elmhurst, 73 have come from those three that we mentioned in Thompson, Backhouse, and Serrano. Backhouse and Thompson tied for the team lead in points with 13. And also tied in the goals department and assists. 4 goals for each and 5 apiece too. I mentioned the Maroons begin UAA conference play on Saturday for their 2019 season here at Stagg Field when Emory comes to town for a 1:30 kickoff Saturday afternoon. And actually, it looks like we may have an injured Blue Jay at the far side of the field, as there was a defender that came up hobbling looking to chase towards the ball, and clock has stopped with 24:15 to play here as we get towards the halfway point of our first half. And it looks like they'll call for the medical staff to attend to the injured Blue Jay. Didn't see who it was that went down back there. As mentioned so far, 1-0 our score. Bryce Millington go off a corner kick from Ben Brandt is our difference so far. Maroons 3-1-4 on the season. Yes, 4 ties so far already. They started off the season with 2 ties, and in those 2 ties, no goals were scored or allowed before getting a win against ranked North Park, who were 21st for a 3-1 victory.
Go, Ollie!
So it looks like we will have a substitution now for the Blue Jays as we had this injury timeout occur. Looking to see who went down for Elmhurst there. It looks like that may have been Oliver Sale, number 10. And it was. So he'll go to the bench, get checked out. Hopefully he'll be okay. Well, I'm not seeing an official substitution, so he may just come in as a re-enter, which would be best case scenario for his health. So check on that in a moment as Kaveen sends it down as it got towards the midfield line for a moment. Play to the far side as the Maroons will backpedal this one and look to set something up. Brandt with it. As he gets it right back from Holquist. Deflected by Serrano, who tried to have a takeaway. Holquist at midfield. As that one's played back to his teammate Nate Johnson. Holquist again. Holquist plays left side looking for Bloy, and he'll feed it to him. Bloy looking to go up ahead towards the box with it. He wanted Lane. As Lane looks to trail it back, he had it for a split second, but the Blue Jays clear down. As now they try to go on the counter attack. Thompson left that one off there for Madsen. Hayden Madsen down the side. Cleared out by Bryce Millington. Blue Jays throw-in. As Millington now will get in towards the box, look for the low centering pass, but that one the Blue Jays clear. Maroons getting it right back quickly as they're on it to pounce. Johnson now at midfield. Millington again with some space in front. Left it off for Modi. Holquist with it again. Finds Bloy, one-touch Millington. Looking to go to center on the edge of the 18. As this will play to the far side. As the Maroons look to try to add on to this 1-0 lead. Modi, spin around, shot that's wide. But a good setup there by the Maroons, working from left to right, then right to left again. Getting towards that edge of the 18, keeping Kaveen on his toes. As now Kaveen will have the goal kick.
Come on, buddy, let's go!
I mentioned a moment ago for Elmhurst College, their head coach and Dave DiTomaso in his 16th season with the team. 149, 114, and 33 record. That's wins, losses, and ties. As his tenure being the head coach of the Blue Jays. Serrano playing that one back to his defense to chip forward. Holquist. Holquist playing it forward, finds Modi. He's got space in front if he wants it. He takes it. Modi now looking to spin on through, and that one coming out to play was Kaveen. Got a touch on the shot. Although they are going to say it was a goal kick, but either way, Kaveen making Modi have to readjust. Look at the split there of the defenders by Modi. As that one, it looked like, I guess it did not touch the netminder in Kavim. So he'll have this goal kick as we approach 18.5 minutes to play in the first half. Bloy wanted to play that one ahead there for Matus. And that one goes out of play to the yellow line. Millington tried to play it in, but unable to do so. Throwing for Elmhurst College. It's Brandt playing it over to Johnson. Brandt, who assisted on that Millington goal on the corner. Junior from Lincolnshire, Illinois, product of Stevenson High School, home of the Patriots. Nice footwork there. Good control from Matus. It's Lane playing it back. Finds Holquist. And this one will get sent back into the Maroons' end. And now for a... Now will stay in play, rather, is now Holquist. Looks like we're going to have a sub here for the Maroons in a moment is Lane. Lane got held back from trying to get to the ball. Or rather, they're going to call the foul on... Looks like that was on him. As it looks like checking in will be number 7 and Kyle Rourke, a sophomore from Kansas City, Missouri. And the head official in the end there, looks like that was a handball by Lane from what it appeared per the official signal. So that negated Lane kind of being held by the jersey. Bloy, nice play with that one as he'll go to the far side. Maroons look to attack on the right end, and this one, keeping this one back is Backhouse. Good ball control from Backhouse. As the Blue Jays look to have a sustained possession. Not much action going into the Maroons half. After about a couple-minute flurry to begin our contest, it's been time of possession really favoring the Maroons here so far. Chip shot down sent, and Holquist will just let that one go to Katsimplis, who scoops it up. Holquist for Brandt. Looks to the right side as he found Matus there. Johnson trying to take control, and looks like we will have that Maroon sub now. As mentioned, Kyle Rourke will come on in. And it looks like coming out will be Peyton Lane. So Rourke in for Lane. It's the only sub there in that sequence. As now we are stopping the clock. Trying to confirm as to why. Either way, now we can get play back underway. I'm not sure what that stoppage was about. Ball hits off of a Blue Jay, another Maroons throw-in. Now under 15 minutes to play here in our first half of action. 1-0 Maroons. Millington, who's got the lone goal. Left off for Johnson. Johnson at midfield to Holquist. This one going back to Johnson and Holquist again. And a lot of just time of possession really favoring the Maroons sort of on sequences like this where they play it back to the defenders and take their time looking to set up an offensive opportunity. Holquist for Matus. Now back to Holquist again as he wants Modi. He gets it to him. Holquist right back. Little triangular passing sequence there as Matus goes to the right. He's got Johnson. As now looking forward, it's going to be Scott Lick, as he came in a little while back. As Lick now looking to go to his left, looking to center it, can't. This one going over towards Bloy, and the Blue Jays clear out. Out for a Millington throw-in. Holquist. Now it's Matus. Quick tumble there. Blue Jays stop the attack. Cabrera leaving it forward, but nobody home, as now Bloy has the touch. Bloy for the Maroons. As Bloy, right side, and that one cleared out. Maroons throw in. And looks like getting set to come in for Elmhurst will be number 11, Matt Conti. In addition to Jason Rhodes, number 2. Next moment we get the opportunity, we'll have those subs come in. As Holquist now looks to go Millington left side. Oh, and a lovely ball to Bryce, as Bryce is able to keep it in play. Bryce, who's got the lone goal, plays it back for Holquist. Good setup there on the play to Millington. Modi playing far end. And a cross in is thwarted by Elmhurst, as now they look to go the other way. Blue Jays, who come in winning 3 in a row, have been rather stifled offensively by this Maroons team, as now up on the far end is the recently checked in Kyle Rourke. Rourke, he wanted it for Bloy, but that was deflected away. Millington picking it up from behind. Johnson for Matus. Little quick give and go. Matus looking to center it in. That one blocked for a moment, and the Blue Jays are able to get it out of the edge of the 18. So Kaveen with the initial stop. Was off that a lot of traffic in front. Credit there to Kaveen, who stay square on the save, looking to stay low with it. Many opportunities for the Maroons here so far through one half of play. Johnson comes left side for Millington. Bloy for Johnson again. Holquist Nobody home on that one. Although he is going to get bailed out and have it come right back to him. Trying to keep possession, and a good play for a moment as Brandt then gets called for the foul. Brandt trying to be a little aggressive there, looking to keep possession alive. As mentioned, the subs coming in, Rhodes and Conti, not coming in yet. I'm rather surprised. As it looks like we'll have a couple Maroons coming in as well. As this ball is headed away. There's a whistle and a foul there on the Blue Jays. And as George Blanco and Naz Kabani look to come on in for UChicago as we approach 9 minutes to go in our first half. Feels a lot bigger than a 1-0 lead based on how the Maroons have been playing against Elmhurst College so far tonight. Brandt with the lone assist tonight. That was his second assist of the year he made when Millington got that goal off the corner. And there's now the aforementioned Brandt. Brings it forward. Brandt looking to center. Finds Modi, but the Blue Jays clear out. Played back Holquist. Holquist a low one to Johnson. He's probably got the, with the exception of the Millington goal, the highlight of the night. With that razzle-dazzle footwork. Millington finds Bloy. Bloy on the left side, comes in. Millington to Bloy, and Bloy lost his footing there looking to play that shot. As this one cleared down as we have under 8 to go, and now we're going to have the subs. As get one more look at that, and watch Bloy, number 17, with the ball and just kind of just whiffing on it. Mentioned the subs in for the Blue Jays being Rhodes and Conti, and Bronco and Kabani for the Maroons. As coming on out was Matus for the Maroons. As coming out there for the Blue Jays was James Serrano on that sub exchange as well. As we approach 7 minutes to go. So Cat Simplest will have this one on the reset. Millington. Brandt tripped up and the foul called, and not happy after that one is Buddy Nelson, the junior from Highlands Ranch, Colorado, for the Blue Jays. And the referee kind of putting the arm out at him saying that's enough. So we approach 6 minutes to go here in the half. Kabani. Now Millington. Millington with room in front. Centers over for Brandt. Brandt far side. Up to it now is Kabani. Playing it back, Holquist. Okay, not making the risky pass have been really the Maroons here so far in this half. As trying to stay with that one there was Bronco. And he's going to get called for the foul on the trip. So the Blue Jays will have possession back on this kick. Played down in the Maroons half. Kabani over for Holquist. Deflected pass that is out of play. Elmhurst throwing. And now we'll have some more subs coming on in. As coming in will be Austin Culver, number 26. And checking in is number 8, Rafa Consalvo for the Blue Jays. Is coming off for Elmhurst is Alex Lanes and Noah Backhouse. Holquist getting possession back and a nice clear down. Millington as we approach 4 minutes to go. Ball forward for Modi. Left for Brandt. Rourke. Bronco. Bronco's got room. Looks to curve it, but that one easy for Kaveen to stop. High boot there from Kaveen. And a foul on Brandt. As tumbling down there was Consalvo, and it'll be a set piece now for Elmhurst College. So taking this will be Oliver Sale, the senior from Bartlett, Illinois. As this is headed away, nicely done by the Maroons, and a good ball forward there from Rourke. And staying with this is Bronco, and he kind of got tugged on the jersey, no call. Modi couldn't get that one. Millington will recover it though. So we have 2.5 now to play. Bronco. But a good ball up ahead by Kyle Rourke to even look to set that one up. Holquist. As this Katsimplis will have it played back to him. Johnson, right side. And a whistle and looks like a Maroons foul is called. And it looks like we have a Blue Jays slow to get up. So a reset here for the Blue Jays. As it looks like that was slow getting up was Oliver Sale, number 10. Or rather, excuse me, I should say that was Matt Conti that was taken down on that foul. So an opportunity here for the Blue Jays with a minute and some change remaining in the half. Boot comes in towards the box, and that may have been headed, but wide. As now we have 1 minute to go.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
Blue Jays will have the throw-in as they look to pick up the tempo. Madsen will have the throw-in. Kept for Thompson. And that one goes out of play. Another Blue Jays throw-in as we get towards half a minute remaining. Sent back, cross in, header misses everybody. As that goes to the far side. Blue Jays with their best offensive sequence here of the half, and it's coming in the final seconds. As Rourke now will settle it down to the far side. Maroons looking to try to play a little keep away as the final 10 seconds will
7,
count on down.
5, 4,
Bronco with it up forward.
2,
And that'll do it for our first half of action here at Stagg Field. 4 minutes in, Bryce Millinson with the lone goal, assisted by Ben Brandt off a corner kick. And that is our difference so far through the first 45 minutes of action here at Stagg Field. Take our halftime break and get you set for second half action and more coming up in a little bit. 1-0 Maroons here at Stagg Field on this Tuesday night. Be back in a little bit here on the Maroons Broadcast Network.
The University of Chicago Athletics program aims to enrich the life of the whole person and is invested in competitive excellence. Your contributions to the Friends of Maroon Athletics enhance the student-athlete experience for all teams. Help us build on the already exceptional foundation of success for which UChicago is recognized. Support UChicago student-athletes by making a gift to Friends of Maroon Athletics today.
First off, I just want to become as close as we can as a team and continue to improve the culture that the guys before us have instilled. Obviously, we want to win a national championship, but I think that's kind of the cop-out answer. I think that our team is really, really special and we have a lot of unique players, and getting the best out of all of them and helping them grow as just people in general is one of my goals.
So we're stepping into a season where we're a bit of a younger team, but we're still very experienced. We bring back a lot of starters. So I think for my role specifically, I want to accomplish being a leader on the field. We had a great senior class before me that made it easy to step on the field and play as a team. I think a big challenge for me this year is to continue that presence. So I really want to keep the leadership going on this team.
For us, every year the standard is a national championship. That's our goal, but that's big picture, kind of just every day, practice every single game, just take it a day at a time, improve, get better, and just kind of build the team atmosphere.
My name is Scott Lick. I'm a junior at the University of Chicago. I'm from Johnson City, Tennessee. I'm a business econ major, visual arts minor. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up, but for right now, I think I'll go into consulting. A rhino. Thin crust all the way. I hate deep dish. That's such a hard question. But I feel like it sounds like, I don't know, pretentious of me to choose a very attractive actor, but I like Ryan Reynolds because he's really funny, so I guess if I could choose anybody, it'd be him. It does, indeed, but mustard doesn't. I hate karaoke. I won't do any karaoke. My mom and my dad. Because they've been there supporting me since I was born. So.
The University of Chicago athletics program aims to enrich the life of the whole person and is invested in competitive excellence. Your contributions to the Friends of Maroon Athletics enhance the student-athlete experience for all teams. Help us build on the already exceptional foundation of success for which UChicago is recognized. Support UChicago student-athletes by making a gift to Friends of Maroon Athletics today.
both teams now take the field. We're getting set for second half action. 1-0 is our score. A Bryce Millington goal 4 minutes in is our lone difference so far. As we thank you for joining us on this rather warm Tuesday night on this October 1st. Feels more like a hot summer night than a normal October night, but it is what it is, and welcome to Chicago. I'm Ryan Fahey with you here on the Maroons Broadcast Network. As now the Maroons for this second edition of 45 in regulation, they'll be going left to right on your screen, and the home whites, and netminder and Aaron Katsimplis in the blue. And for the Blue Jays of Elmhurst College, they'll be going right to left in their road navy blue with the powder blue stripe, the navy blue shorts and socks, and the white numbers on the front and back of the jerseys. And their netminder and Donnie Kaveen is in the green jersey, white numbers, black shorts, and black socks. Katsimplis mentioned the powder blue jersey, maroon stripes with the powder blue shorts and socks to correlate. Maroons had the first touch here for our second half as they lead 1-0. Maroons looking to rebound after the 2-1 loss to 7th-ranked Calvin on the road. That came back on the 25th. So as we look to have everything set up, there will be Kyle Rourke to help get the initial touch going. And officially getting it is Vicent Matu, center underway. Blue Jays mentioned coming in winning 3 in a row against the top 20 team in Wheaton, defeating them 4-2 back on the 28th. And a quick foul there on the Blue Jays, and getting taken down there was Johnson. Nate Johnson, number 14, you see on your screen. May have tweaked an ankle perhaps, will walk it off, he's okay. So Brandt now on the reset. He'll go to the far end for Holquist. This one put ahead. As the Blue Jays send down. Not really a lot of set-piece possessions here for the Blue Jays tonight. It's been a lot of getting the ball off of either fouls or just clearances from Maroon attacks. As well for the Maroons has been the 180 opposite of that. As it's been them really controlling the tempo for the most part tonight. Jump header there as this one is out of play for a Blue Jays throw-in. Now an opportunity for the Blue Jays, but that one again thwarted quickly, and that's out for a goal kick. For the Maroons, they'll begin conference play on Saturday when Emory comes to town for a 1:30 tip. As Katsimplis will boot it down. This would have been the second of a 3-game homestand, but due to weather postponing the game against Kalamazoo, no makeup date has been determined yet. So this would be just a 2-game homestand, really. And then they go on a 3-game road trip for conference action in the middle of October before returning home for the final 4 games of the regular season. They have one more non-conference matchup coming up, and that's here against Carthage on the 23rd for a 7 o'clock kickoff. Michael Johnson leaving that one. We wanted to get that one there to Scott Lick, but that one was a little bit behind him. Blue Jays look to go on the counter. Played now to the left side. As with it is Rafa Consalvo, number 8, and a good stop defensively. As Consalvo wanted to play a little more left up ahead, but couldn't. Martinez playing it back.
Much better, Blue.
Now Oliver Sale. Back to his netminder again with the boot down. Again, not much of a breeze to mention tonight. Picked up a little bit at halftime, but nothing that would really affect play so much. Could cancel out there by the Elmhurst defense. And again, a ball ahead that the Maroons have just been able to quickly stop when the Blue Jays have tried to counter. And as I say that now, they try to go on the attack. And this one staying with it, and a good defensive stop again by the Maroons on the back end. Lick there with the foot to put that attack to stop. We'll just keep it in the Maroons' half. Madsen up forward, but to no avail. Over to Michael Johnson now, who working in a one-on-one there with Daniel Andreer. And as that's out of play for a Maroons throw-in. 4.5 minutes played of our second half. And Rourke got hit from behind and no foul call. We continue on as that one looked like it was meant for Johnson, but Rourke didn't play up to it. And that's out for a throw-in. For Elmhurst, after tonight, they'll be on the second of a 2-game road trip when they go to Carthage on Saturday before returning home for a 3-game homestand next week, or rather the following Saturday, the 12th. As after Saturday's contest for the Maroons, they have an 8-day break before hitting the road for 3 conference games. We'll be going to Rochester, Brandis, and NYU. Matus with it. Lift off for Holquist. Now centered back to Johnson. Lick. Lick, the junior from Jonesboro, Tennessee. Played it back, trying to chase in. That's going to deflect, but it comes to the near side instead. But a scare there for the Blue Jays. And it looks like we're going to have an Elmhurst College substitution. Coming on out is going to be Matt Conti.
Go, James. Keep it up. Good work.
As it looks like, get a number on who just came in a moment. Coming in there for the Blue Jays was number 31 and Chris Sansoris, the freshman from the country of Greece. He's the only player, with the exception of number 30 and Kaylin Lobel, that is an international product on this Blue Jays team. Everybody else from the United States. Lobel, the sophomore from Merrickville, Ontario, Canada. Play to the far side as this one, which is looking to get out of their own half. Up now to Martinez. That one goes over the head of Uriel Martinez, and he'll have the throw in for Elmhurst. 8 minutes have gone by. 1-0 our score. A Bryce Millington goal back in the early stages of our first half is the only difference so far on the scoreboard. Nate Johnson plays us back to Aaron Katsimpoulos. That one goes out to the far side, and now for the Blue Jays, they look to go on the attack. It's Sansoris losing that one, but for a moment, the Maroons had possession, but it's out for an Elmhurst College throw-in. Madsen to have it. Sansoris leaves it off for Madsen. Centered, but nobody home. Now it's Michael Johnson for the Maroons. Lovely ball ahead, looking for Lick. And this one is cleared out for a Maroons throw-in. Good ball there from Matus. Johnson. Good play there. Johnson finding Matus, but that one just out of his reach. But a good ball nevertheless. As picking up the ball there was Kaveen. Here's one more look. Nice play again from Johnson. Then the ball to split the defenders to the right side looking for Matus, but a little too much mustard on that pass attempt. Martinez with the cancel out there as Modi was trying to keep that in play. Sansoris. Sansoris faces a double team. Looks to try to center it. Can't. As now it's Ben Brandt. Had the assist on the Millington goal on the corner kick that he took. Takeaway at midfield, and it's the Blue Jays coming the other way. They've got numbers now. Blue Jays looking for their chance to equalize. They can't, though. Here comes a second opportunity, but it's wide off the foot of Consalvo. But the best chance for the Blue Jays has come right there tonight. Talk about the Maroons really controlling possession, but one of the first few mistakes we've really seen from the Maroons. Almost the Blue Jays able to counter it, but the shot there going wide. Ball forward got blocked back. As now the Blue Jays trying to carry a little momentum here as Katsimpoulos will scoop it up. Maroons 3-1-4. Yes, there's been 4 ties for this Maroons team this season. Has a great header there. Coming up with it is Rourke on the left side, looking to stop on a dime. Fans wanting a foul, not getting it. As we continue on, and now we get a whistle, and it's a foul on the Blue Jays in the Maroons half. Let's get one more look at that. It was a header right there. A beautiful header played forward by Rourke. And he tried to stop on a dime, and you see that tumble that he took. That's where the fans were saying, where was the foul? But called it a simple slip by the officials. On the reset. That one cleared out. Millington looking to try to play it, but it will go out of play. So he'll have the throw-in. And the Blue Jays clear down again. Katsimpoulos will just let that one go, and he'll get a new ball for a goal kick. Mentioned numbers on Katsimpoulos. He's got a couple of shutouts this year. He's gotten plenty of shoutouts on the broadcast here at Stagg Field. Couple headers into the Blue Jays half. Right side, Michael Johnson. Johnson teeing it up, looking to go to the far post with it, but that too wide on the shot is Johnson. Blue Jays goal kick. Quick pass there as you get a look at the chance there for Johnson. As Chris Sonsoris comes off along with James Serrano. As checking on in was number 7, or rather, excuse me, number 9, Noah Backhouse back in. And also Tyler Hughes in, number 27 for Elmhurst. Maroons at midfield. Now it's Bloy. Bloy, who leads the team in shots, gives it up. They look for Johnson again, but that one a little heat on the pass. And out to get it is Kaveen. Kaveen with a high kick past midfield. Johnson comes back to play it. Oh, a bit of a short pass. They're looking for Lick, but the Maroons still get it. Matus plays far side, and a big tumble to the turf. Is that going to issue a card? Doesn't appear so. Now with Boy that took down on that was taken down in tumbles, taking a look at it. That was Hayden Madsen with the trip. So no card, just a regular foul issued, and fans wanted a card issued for it, but the request has not been granted, and now we have stopped the clock. I'm not sure what we've stopped the clock for. It's not an injury timeout. Looks like there may have been, looks like a verbal warning. Looks like it may have been given between a couple of the Maroons players on the far side. I don't see another reason why the clock would have stopped, but either way, once this kick happens, we'll continue on. Maroons here on the reset. Millington, who he had a header goal earlier, tried to go for another. And a good play to keep possession alive. That was Modi. Now it's Millington crossed in, but that did not go as he had wanted. That goes behind the net. Looks like George Bronco now will come on in. As Bryce Millington, oh no, he won't be coming off. Instead, it'll be Michael Johnson coming off. So Kaveen will have this goal kick as we now have under 29 minutes to go in regulation. Matus with it. Good keep in there by Lick. As playing around it is Rourke with a nice move. Rourke centering, shot, goal! It's Bloy, it's 2-0 Maroons. What a setup. Watch this again. Rourke with the great fake out. As Rourke with a centering, beautiful ball to Bloy. And that's his second goal of the season. And the Maroons now have doubled their lead.
Chicago goal, number 17, Cameron Bloy. Assisted by 7, Kyle Rourke.
So the Maroons now up by 2.
Okay, Blue Jays! 1!
As it looks like we... Looks like we had a substitution there. We'll get it confirmed in a moment.
17 goals, 7 assists.
So throw in here for the Maroons. 2-0 our score. Cameron Bloy with the latest for UChicago. it's felt more like a one, you know, when we talked about this earlier in the latter stages of the first half, it felt bigger than a 1-0 lead based just on how the Maroons have been playing. And now they can show it now with a second goal, and the Maroons doubling their lead off of it. Played back, it goes to Kaveen. It's the second assist of the season for Kyle Rourke. And a chase down left side, and nicely done by Nate Johnson to get possession as he centered that one off there for Brandt. Now it's Bronco. Modi plays it back as it goes now to Holquist. Approaching 27 minutes to go, 2-0 Maroons. Centered around again, gets rid of a defender for a moment, cross in, is blocked and out of play. And that will go for a corner kick. Be the third corner kick for the Maroons, their first of the second half. Blue Jays have yet to have one. Looks like Alex Lanes is set to check in for Elmhurst as well at the next opportunity. Corner kick Maroons. It's how they got one of their 2 goals. As that one goes wide, and it will stay in play. Chance stays alive. Holquist, move to his left, into the box, header twice, and that'll do it as Kaveen comes out to make the stop.
Way to go, Johnny!
Play for a Blue Jays throw, and as substitution now will occur as Alex Lanes will come back in for Tyler Hughes. And it looks like Rafa Consalvo's coming out as looks like
What's the other one?
just to clarify the second substitution, Keegan Thompson also in as the second sub as he came in for Justin Cabrera. And now a Maroon sub will check on in as Peyton Lane is going to come in for Cameron Bloy, who just scored that second goal for the Maroons a few minutes ago. So now that we have all that squared away, subs-wise, playback underway. 24.5 minutes to go as we approach the halfway mark of our second half. Our next men's soccer broadcast will be Saturday here at 1:30 for the first conference matchup of the season when Emory comes to town. We'll have that right for you here on the Maroons Broadcast Network. That's out of play for a throw-in. Maroons play it back in their half as they've been able to, like the pace they've played it all night, just keep it at their own tempo but not have to rush anything. Kind of like a little cat and mouse game, so to speak, as that one in midfield. Thompson going back to get it. Was unable to do so.
It's just a matter of how long we set.
Maroons now at midfield.
So it's
up now towards it is Lane, who just checked in. Modi left that one off as taking a slip there was Cabani. And that's going to be a foul. I believe that was in the penalty box. So it will be a penalty kick, or is this going to be just outside of it? Looks like it's going to be just outside of it. Missed it by a few yards. So a big still opportunity here as the wall gets set for the Blue Jays. As it looks like Daniel D'Souza now has come in for the Maroons as Nate Johnson has come out. Actually, it looks like that substitution is going to happen in a little bit. That one will not occur now, so we'll see what happens here. This one is just wide. Brandt ended up taking it, and that one went just too far to the left. As now the substitution will occur. Here's one last look at it. As it looks like Griffin Wada now will come in for Nate Johnson, I should say. And in now for the Blue Jays is number 24, Eric Bresney, as he comes in for Buddy Nelson. And one at midfield. Good takeaway by the Maroons again. But another thing that we've mentioned, that when the Blue Jays try to gain any possession and look to have it for a length of time, the Maroons have just been able to pounce right on it and deny any attacks from occurring. Lanes, I should say rather that was Cabani. Left side now, as this one's going to be an offsides. Flag goes up. Mentioned for Elmhurst after tonight, they'll be going to Carthage up in Kenosha on Saturday. 4 straight 7:30 kickoffs for them with their contest tonight. Blue Jays now on the Maroons half, as this one going to be canceled out. Good move. Great defense again. That one, it was on it was Matus. A sub now in for Elmhurst. It looks like coming off is Noah Backhouse, number 9. So a corner kick opportunity, or I should say a corner kick opportunity for Elmhurst, as Matt Conti checked in for Noah Backhouse on that last substitution. First corner kick of the night for the Blue Jays. First corner is going to be in the box. Elmhurst wanted a handball, not going to get it. And a trip and a foul on the Blue Jays, and they are not happy. And clock has also been stopped by the officials. And a yellow card has been issued. I believe they got that on Eric Bresney for the yellow. And that's our first yellow card of the night that's been issued by either side. So Bresney issued the yellow. And that is his first card issued to him this season. It's his first ever collegiate card ever been issued to him. He's the first-year player from Mentor, Ohio. Throwing for the Maroons far end. And that's out of play, and we'll see if we get these subs in just a moment. All coming on the side of Elmhurst. Kabani. Played back by to the defenders rather, and a great stop play there from Wada. Now the Maroons look to get this into the box. Cross in, no. It stayed with it, and is it now it'll go back. Brandt leaves it off, and a tee shot up, and that one, a low shot from Modi, is saved by Kaveen. There's one more look at that play from Brandt to Modi, going with the left foot. Good speed shown here by Elmhurst on this sequence, and a whistle, and I believe that was a handball. That was Conti that slid to the turf.
It's time, Keegan, put it in there. Let's go, Blue Jays!
It looks like that was a foul on the Maroons before the handball, so a set piece here for the Blue Jays. As they try to get another opportunity to try to get on the board for the first time tonight. And that one hit off of a Maroon, then a Blue Jay. Goes back, Thompson, cross in again. Staying in the box, shot blocked. Back out and cleared out. Here's Bronco, speeding a lot faster than one though as he gets at midfield. Bronco, we tried to stay with it but couldn't. But a great run there from Bronco to clear that opportunity away from Elmhurst. So James Serrano set to come in for Austin Culver, for the Blue Jays, that is. A give and go as Lane plays it up, and this one out of play. Approaching 16 minutes to go. Maroons have convincingly had their stamp on this game in terms of how it's been played. As Rourke with the fantastic assist on the second goal that went to Cameron Bloy. Now this one will just try to header it down, can't. Brandt with it again. Rourke for Lick. Griffin Wada. Little touch pass action. They want to get it to Rourke, but Blue Jays have to settle it out for a throw-in. So I mentioned some subs coming in. It looks like James Serrano coming in for Tyler Hughes.
Let's get one.
And also coming off is number 16, Daniel Andrier. Kyle Rourke coming in, or I should say coming off. As we'll get the sub confirmation in just a moment. This one will stay in play on the turf. We'll get the subset in just a moment. As in there for the Maroons was Henry Myers, number 29. Seeing his first action at the sophomore from Portland, Oregon.
Yours is on. Jason didn't say you or you.
From the Blue Jays side. I already got the first one.
Jason said Brianna Chanel.
So Rafa Casalvo came in for Alex Lane.
I got an 87. Okay.
And James Serrano, as mentioned, came in for Austin Culver. So those are the subs for the Blue Jays. We mentioned the one for the Maroons, so now that we're all caught up. Approaching 13.5 to go in regulation. 2-0 Maroons. Goals from Bryce Millington and Cameron Bloy, the difference. Played up, it's Myers. Andrew Myers, who just checked in a moment ago. Plays it back now. Modi. Modi not finding the avenue he wanted to go down. One touch for Lick. Lick gonna tee it up for a cross in towards the box, but too far out of the reach for Lane. And Kaveen makes the save. 13 now to go. Thompson. Keegan Thompson, one of the main offensive producers for this Blue Jays team this season. 4 goals, 5 assists, and 13 points. As Jonah Moore now is going to come in for the Maroons. Bryce Millington's going to come out. Moore, the sophomore from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Chest touch as this one looks to go up ahead to Serrano. Instead, it's left off for Consalvo. Interception, Maroons again. Sound like a broken record saying that, but that's been the story as Moore. Jonah Moore playing it back left side. Lick. Leaving that one off there for Wada. Pat Flynn here, the head coach, sort of emptying out the bench, so to speak, up by 2. As trying to stay with that one was Lane, but Kaveen clears it out. Skipped and a foul. I'm going to get that one on Brandt. And slow to get up was Thompson. Looks like he'll be okay. Not stopping the clock for an injury timeout here. So the Blue Jays will have it on the reset.
Elbow to the head. It's not volleyball and it's not UFC either.
Some of the Elmhurst faithful that have made the trip out here to the south side were wanting for something more than just a whistle and a foul, and wanted a cart perhaps, and Cat Simplis will get it on the one hop. Clear down again by the Maroons. Maroons keeping it on the Blue Jays half of the field. Tee shot. Oh, that one hop through and a second chance. Ooh, Lane could have had a great opportunity, but that one deflected too far to his left. And it's Wada now, left side, back into the Blue Jays half. Played up forward, could be at numbers for the Maroons. Looking to make it 3-0, but that one going just wide. On the shot, that was Bronco. Kaveen will have the goal kick. Up now to Lick. Left that one off there for Modi. Wada into the back end for Holquist. Appreciate you joining us on this Tuesday night under the lights at Stagg Field on a rather unseasonably warm night. Looks like we're going to have another Blue Jays sub coming as Austin Culver's going to come back in for Jason Rhodes. We have 8:45 now to go. And Emory will come to town on Saturday for the conference opener for the Maroons, the 6th-ranked Maroons, that is. As they'll have their 4 straight conference games forthcoming for a non-conference matchup here at home against Carthage on the 23rd. As that one got shipped in, Katsimpolis playing it with the body there to the left side. As trying to trail in there was Serrano for Elmhurst. Now it's Peyton Lane. Ball ahead, and lovely ball finding Henry Myers. Myers centering, open, nice. Blocked, and into the back of the net in the end. It's just been that kind of night, and it's 3-0 Maroons. Ben Brandt delivering.
Chicago goal, number 6, Ben Brandt, assisted by 29, Henry Myers.
Myers gets the assist. One more look at that. A great ball, though, set up. As you see the initial deflection off the netminder in Kaveen, but not enough. As the Maroons now go up by 3 with 8 minutes to go in regulation.
It just takes a while.
And for Myers, in his 4th game this season, has now got his first point and assist of the year. So all 3 goals have been assisted tonight. Up at left side, it's Martinez. Martinez, low cross in, nobody home. Maroons the other way, it's Myers. Taken away. More subs coming, 1 for Elmhurst, 1 for UChicago. As it looks like Chris Sansoris is coming in for Keegan Thompson. And Sahil Modi comes out. See who came in just a moment. Looked like that was... Looks like Brady Ryder's the new Maroon that's into the game. So Ryder in, Modi out. Ryder, the sophomore from Simpsonsville, South Carolina. Out of play for another throw-in. 6.5 now to play. Goals from Millington, Bloy, and Brandt. Nothing on the side of Elmhurst, who had come in with momentum. 3 wins in a row. As this plays back towards the Maroons end while they take control. It's Myers. Left off, Cabini, Myers left side. They wanted that one to go again for Cabini, but the Blue Jays were able to stop that attack. Cabini again, Cabini right side, centered, finds Ryder. Ryder circles around. Played back defensively. And that one still kept in by the Maroons. Sam Barovic was also a sub in that sequence there for the Maroons. He's now in. 5.5 to go.
Going a little tighter on that other side.
Good play there to play that one. That was Ryder, and everybody tumbling in midfield, and now we get a whistle. Looks like Ryder was a little slow to get up. Appears to be okay. Under 5 minutes to go, 3-0 Maroons. One last look at that collision. Good tackle there from Ryder, but then everybody falling down at midfield. As this one goes out of play. And it looks like we'll have another Maroon sub as Ben Brandt will come on out. And in now for the Maroons is number 24 again, and Daniel D'Souza. Far end, Maroons try to clear down, and this one takes a weird deflection and a whistle, and there's an injured Blue Jay at the far end. Clock has stopped now at 4:17. And it looks like they'll call for the trainers here. Joining us late, Millington with the goal 4 minutes in, and 2 goals here in the second half from Cameron Bloy and Ben Brandt are the difference. Brandt also has an assist. The other assist came from Kyle Rourke and Henry Myers. So now that we have it settled away, so in place of the injured Blue Jay, it looks like we will have a sub. Looks like coming on in will be number 20, or number 15, excuse me, Alex Lane's back in. As this one goes back into the area of Katsimpoulos, as we get ready to wind down the final 4 minutes of play here in regulation. Booming kick from Katsimpoulos. Up played as Jake Yonley also in for the Maroons. Barovic. Now over to the left side as this one Blue Jays thwart. They look to counter. Ball up ahead, headed away. Maroons officially have yet to lose at home, 1-0-1. At the 1 win against 21st ranked North Park, and then the tie against Rowan back on the 13th. Those have been the only 2 home contests so far. Again, supposed to play Kalamazoo back on the 27th of September, but Mother Nature had other plans. Maroons end the season with 4 straight home games. And it starts with that non-conference matchup against Carthage on the 23rd. Final 2:40 to go. Emory College is next. On the docket for the 6th ranked Maroons on Saturday afternoon at 1:30 we'll have kickoff.
Good job, James! Nice!
Go, take off, take off!
Whistle on a foul. That's going to go on Moore. Taking this one on the reset will be Alex Lanes. Or rather, Oliver Sale is going to take it. Sale will go to the far right side. Cross now in towards the box. Header from Myers gets it out. Maroons will keep clearing as they look to try to bring numbers the other way. Bit of a tumble, no call. Myers, tallest member, or second tallest, next to the netminder and Calvin Walters at 6'4". Another takedown as D'Souza got taken to the turf. No whistles as we look to wind down the final 75 seconds. Convincing performance by the Maroons of the University of Chicago on this warm Tuesday night to begin the month of October.
1 minute remaining in regulation.
Cat Simplis will scoop it up. Blue Jays' 3-game winning streak is going to come to an end, while the Maroons now will get back to their winning ways after facing consecutive top 10 opponents against, and on the road, mind you, too, at Loris and at Calvin. So being able to still go 1-1 is still an impressive feat nevertheless against top 10 ranked teams in the country in D3. All right, Chris Ross will have the soccer broadcast for you for the conference opener on Saturday for the 1:30 kickoff, as we'll have the final 10-second countdown.
10, 9, 8.
The Maroons are going to get their 4th win of the season, while the Blue Jays will drop to 7-4-1 as the Maroons stay unbeaten at home so far in 2019. Bryce Millington with the goal, assisted by Ben Brandt. Cameron Bloy assisted by Kyle Rourke. And Ben Brandt on a goal, assisted by Henry Myers. That's how we get our score of 3-0 tonight. Again, Maroons will be facing Emory for the conference opener Saturday at 1:30. Elmhurst will continue their road trip to go to Carthage on Saturday. We'll have doubleheader soccer action for you beginning at 11 a.m. Saturday, when women's soccer will square off here at the University of Chicago as well. So that'll do it for our broadcast on this Tuesday night. Once again, Maroons 3, Blue Jays 0. We thank you for joining us for men's soccer here on the Maroons Broadcast Network. Have a good night, everybody.